When your old career gives you lemons, throw in some ice, mix in some vodka, and call it a podcast. From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Thanks for getting your pot on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. There are things in the camera view that I noticed. It's almost like when your mom told you to clean your room and you just shove stuff under your bed. Yeah, that's kind of how I guess I'll be here for a while after we tape this tonight. So that's what goes on. Dan does something that I have never tried. And I would think about it. You get needles stuck in you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get my energy.
I use steroids, Bill.
Yeah. That.
No.
I get my energy realigned. And I was thinking about this. If my father could see us right now, and maybe he can, I don't know. I think he'd fake his own death again.
Now, would he be in his ghost suit and tie?
I don't know.
His three-piece suit?
Because where we came from and the generations that we grew up in, and I know that we're different generations. I'm X. I don't believe you are.
Yeah, I'm a tweener generation. They call us Zennials.
Okay.
So we're between X and Millennials. We're not quite Millennial, but we're not quite X.
Yes.
We're Zennials.
However,
TV generation.
I think your dad was definitely of the old school mentality.
He was a boomer.
So where we came from, self-care was not a thing.
No.
Right? It was
college wasn't a thing where we came from either.
Well,
no, your parents did it.
Yes,
but they were the minority.
I don't know. My grandparents both had scholarships to go to college, and they didn't.
We're not going to let that happen to you guys.
No, I look. My uncle didn't go to college, and my mom's brother and sister didn't go to college. I think my mom's brother finished, but as an adult.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't go to college in the traditional sense, right? Mm-hmm. They were the non-traditional students, kind of like I am. Yeah.
The tweener between a college student and Bill Moran, because you're the non-traditional student.
I got to remind me when we take a break. Just write this down. I have to show you the picture. I just want to show you a picture. A picture of I don't want to say because it's private. It's a fun picture.
Private and picture.
Not that kind of picture.
Okay, I just want to clarify.
Those are actually in my private section on my phone. There's not many, but I got them. You know, dirty text.
Can't see those, Zuckerberg.
But no, it was like you're fine. Walk it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, put some dirt on it.
Right,
don't be a baby.
Have a beer. Suck it up.
I know people who needed glasses, and their parents were like, "Your eyes are fine."
Yes.
Then they get to the army, and they're like, "Whoa, how are you able to be cross-eyed for 18 years?"
Well, okay.
My father was cross-eyed for 18. He didn't go. They go, okay, he really needs glasses. They had to do surgery for him. Oh. But he had glasses, but he still was seeing cross-eyed. They had to do surgery for him. Then a neighbor of ours said they were so poor. He goes, "Dad, I think I need glasses." "You don't need glasses. Your eyes are fine." He goes to the army. They're like, "Dude, you can't. How'd you get here?"
Yeah. All right. It's amazing but I think your body can overcompensate. And so you just do that and it becomes your normal. So that's normal. You don't know what it's like to have vision that's better than you have.
Yeah.
Right. Until you have it.
Like someone who grows up colorblind.
Right.
And they get those $400 colorblind glasses. They start crying because they didn't realize what color looked like.
Right.
Think about that.
Yes. It's a very weird thing. Right. So, but you know, kind of like that, you would plow through, right? You would plow through, which seems to be a male thing, and you would die quietly. But it seems to be more of a male thing. I would say that it's I don't know Italian culture very well in terms of stuff.
A lot of Italians don't either, let's be honest.
Okay. But I know Irish a bit, and I know that the Irish culture was not very touchy-feely. So I try to break that as I've gotten older. And they're not, they're funny and warm to a point. And
that's where the alcohol comes in.
Well, and then you don't talk about your shit. You just deal with
You're
it.
very stoic.
You just plow through. You just keep going. You just keep going. You just keep going. And
Again, where the alcohol comes in.
And I think that is something that I certainly learned at the knee of my dad pretty well.
So in Italian culture, if I may,
Sure.
It's a lot like that. Only we're very touchy-feely.
Yes.
We're very lovey-kissy, hug everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. However, the men didn't talk about their issues.
No.
They would talk about everybody else.
Yeah.
And they could brag sometimes about what they would have done in a certain situation that somebody else didn't do.
Yeah.
But when it comes to themselves, they don't talk about their lives.
Yeah.
They kept it to themselves. You think you got problems? Everybody's got problems. We just don't talk about them.
I think it was with the Irish too. It was like smoke a cigarette, drink a beer, and keep going.
Yeah.
Right. Keep going. No matter what it was.
Especially that World War II generation.
Sure.
Post-World War II generation.
But I would say, like, my dad. Okay. Let me give you just sort of an example. And I'm repeating myself from a previous podcast, but it always stands out to me. It stands out to me more today. And we're going to get into something later that we may be able to bring this back. But my mom was a speech pathologist in the school district. When she had my sister, she took a 2-year maternity leave. At that time, my dad's like, there was no money. He said we had like $100 in a bank account. And he's like, I didn't know what to do. So my father then went and cut off the oil heat, built a double barrel stove and hooked it up to the entire heating system, went out and chopped wood, and the house was never cold.
That's brilliant.
Right. My sister, he got it from the Farmer's Almanac, which they're no longer printing anymore. They don't. I think the last edition is being done. I'm pretty sure. And then with my sister, he would go into high-end children's clothing shops, and he would study. Like he would just look at the clothes, right? So if there was and my sister was, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something like that, and she still in the single digits, and he would design coats. Like he would find a pattern for a coat and then add on like a velvet collar and this. So you never looked poor, because poor people got treated a certain way. And it's interesting how I think we've lost a little of that, a little bit. And like when I did this interview with Mercedes Vasquez Simmons, who's running for New York State Assembly, she was talking about kind of Latino culture, and her mom, single mom, qualified to get money from the government, wouldn't do it, wouldn't take it because of the stigma that comes with it.
I know several people of that culture that qualified and would not take the money.
Yeah. It's interesting to me.
Then I know others who were all about it.
Yes. Now, I know like one of the big things that they talk about a lot in like the therapy stuff I'm taking is self-care. Right. And I laugh at it because I think like my father would be, you want self-care? Take a hot shower. You know, I mean, that would kind of, I could kind of hear that in my head to some degree. And I think a lot of times we think of self-care in almost the wrong way. It's like candles and massages and all this weird stuff. But I was going, men don't avoid self-care. They just call it something else. It's disguised. That's what self-care is for guys. Because
self-care sounds like something
it does.
A woman would do.
100%.
I went to so-and-so to get some self-care.
Yes. But or it feels like things like candles, right? You're lighting candles and it's nice.
I use Dove soap with 1/4 moisturizing cream.
Journaling, saying, go ahead, because we were both going to do something. Go.
Live, laugh, love.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, that came out like 2009.
Yeah.
Every woman had that big live, laugh, love.
Yeah, I couldn't. I wouldn't do that.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say.
Eat, pray, love?
No. I'm honoring my feelings, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And
real women don't have time for that.
No, but, well, I mean.
Say that.
Yeah.
Say that.
Real people.
You could do it, but,
yes.
Don't tell anybody.
I'm honoring my feelings. Okay, right. That would be something that maybe you should keep to yourself. But nobody cares. You have to work harder was kind of the mentality that I was certainly raised with. It was all about work ethic with my father. It was work ethic. You have to have a work ethic. You have to have study habits. You have to have, and you don't talk about it. And I don't know.
My father used to get mad.
You provide. You don't process things.
So my dad used to get mad at me because I was about an 88 student in high school.
Okay.
I booked 2 study halls a day. So I want to get all my homework done in school so I didn't have to bring it home. My father used to be, why can't you get back on the honor roll? Why can't you get back on the honor roll?
Is that an honor roll?
No, the honor roll was 90 plus.
Oh, okay.
I was always 2 points away. He goes, I never see you crack open a book ever. Because it all just came naturally. You do your homework, and like I wasn't great with math, but I was pretty, but I was pretty good at the other subjects. It was all memorization and just doing the work.
Right.
And he used to get so freaking angry that I wasn't on the honor roll. Not because it was going to get me to a better school, because I probably would have ended up going where I went anyway. It was because he wanted to brag about his kid being on the honor roll. That's all.
That was his self-care.
Yeah, apparently.
I mean, really. And it does. Like if you said to somebody, I'm gonna take a me day. Can you imagine, like
a mental health day?
Well, no, but a mental health day, fine. I can understand that. Those are good things, right? I can understand when you need a day.
Don't say what it is.
Okay.
You want to do that? I mean, guys do that.
Yes.
We had a boss named JT, right? He goes,
yeah,
fellas, once a year I take a mental health day. I just need a day away from everybody. And I took one this afternoon, or yesterday afternoon, and then he would go on and tell some story, relatable story, to get us to like do content a certain way.
Yeah,
but like we made fun of that. Well, and then you said, well, yeah, but you know what? That's actually a good idea.
It is a good idea.
And I said, Bill, if I took a mental health day on this show, we couldn't get on the air.
No, well, that's
because we had backup.
No, that was true, but I just think that it is a good idea, because I think sometimes you get to a point where things become overwhelming. And I think we live in a society that's go, 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 where you look at other societies, like even the Italians, they take siestas, right?
Sometimes during work.
Well, okay. But
this is a no-show construction job. I shouldn't even be here.
Hey, but self-care sounds like robes and I don't know, ocean sounds for, your emotional release.
Hairs in a towel. You got the cucumbers on your eyes.
Exactly.
It's a spa day. Bonbons.
I did today.
Which is such a 90s term.
What?
Bonbons.
Oh, God, yeah.
You don't hear that anymore.
No, it was like a fancy thing.
Yeah.
Right? When you sit around and eat your bonbons. But look, you've got guys who are in golf leagues. I think Kevin, who's on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. My brother-in-law, my pastors, they're all in all the guys in my church are all in golf leagues.
Controlled escape, social bonding.
Yeah.
It's self-care. You don't call it that, but that's what it is. Softball, right? Oh, yeah. Guys in softball, beer softball leagues, self-movement, right?
It, but I did it.
You got your tribe. Mm-hmm. Okay. How about this one? Ever just sit in your car in silence? I guarantee there's somebody listening right now who has pulled in their driveway and just sat there.
Oh, yeah. I've done it.
It just sat there.
I've done it.
It sat
often.
There. Yeah. Try it.
There were times, Billy, when we worked together, I'd be so tired that I'd get home from work and I wouldn't even get out of the truck. I'd just sit there. All right, we got to get the motivation to get out of the truck so you can go take the nap that you need because you're so tired.
All right, I'm going to give you some other ones that I think are self-care for guys. I think definitely a bar with buddies. Right?
Yeah, I could see that.
Because
most guys my age don't do that. They're busy with kids now.
Right.
So they really don't do that. Now,
or sometimes they organize it. Like, hey, man, we're going to go out. Yeah. They ask the wives, hey,
My brother-in-law, every Friday of the first Friday of the NCAA tournament, his golf league buddies, he invites me and his golf league buddies out, and we all meet up at a certain place.
Yeah.
And just hang out, just catch up.
Yeah. And it's group therapy in a way. Yeah. I mean, everybody's talking. I think yard work for guys is self-care. You're isolated. You got anger management with a mower and some power clippers and a weed whacker, and you're good. You know what I mean?
So
I can see that. There's nobody talking to you.
Lawn mowing could be cathartic. And the reason is because you're by yourself. You got your earphones on if you do it that way, right? And you're seeing your progress as you go.
Yes.
In other words, all right, another row.
Yes.
Another row.
Yes.
This law's looking good.
Yes.
And then after you're done, you stand there with your arms crossed. Yeah, I do it every day.
I used to have. Remember, if I looked under those apple trees out by the pool, and it was just, I was like, yeah,
I did this.
That's right.
I
baby.
did this with my legs and me. I'm riding a mower, but yeah, you get the satisfaction of knowing I got to enjoy my music and I mowed the lawn. It looks great.
Fantasy football, would that be self-care? Kind of like the illusion of control. You don't really have control, but you put a team together, right? It's the illusion of control in our chaotic life.
I might be weird. I've only done fantasy football.
I haven't.
3 times, and I almost won each league.
Look at.
I would get.
Not to brag. Let me just throw that in.
My brothers would call me up. My brothers, like professional gamblers, would call me up and go, "Hey, who do I play here?" I'm like, "You're asking me? I don't play fantasy. You know everything." Yeah. I'm like, but like. I never got it, but yeah, I could see that. But the thing is, it's like
I'm saying
guys
self-care.
breaking balls. It's like
that's group therapy.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's group therapy. It's bringing you in. It's making you feel welcome if you do it right.
If you do it right, I don't think most guys do it right.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just don't. I think most guys think they're funny when they do that, and they're really not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never heard it correctly. Like you and Tommy could break balls, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was hysterical. Yeah, that cut a little, but they got me. You're right. That makes sense. But it was welcoming. It was like you're part of the group.
You're part of the group, and a lot of times the best comedy is always based on truth. It's always based on truth.
But it's like your fantasy team. Yeah, you gotta get hurt. It's like you had no really control over that. You just drafted the dude in a snake draft on a Saturday afternoon.
No, that's what I mean.
But over beers.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the illusion of control. That's why I would say it's self-care. It's hanging out with your guys. You know, the guy at the end of the bar, that's not a drink. That's his coping mechanism with either ice or foam on top.
That's self-medication.
That's what it is. Yes, that's what it is. And I was thinking about this because now there's a term that gets kicked around in some circles, but I think a lot of times, and especially for dudes, you would start to think, what if self-care isn't just a spa day? Like we think of a spa day, right? Remember when we went and took the tour of Woodcliff and there was that guy sitting there having
it's 11 o'clock in the morning and this dude's got a scotch in his hand. He's got his slippers on, the white robe, and he's the only one there.
Right. So weird, right? Self-care. Mm-hmm. But what if like self-care was reps, and I would call it microdosing? That sometimes things get stressful. You have a bad meeting. You have or you lose a sale, or whatever's happening. 5-minute walk in the sun.
Yeah.
5-minute walk in the sun.
Vitamin D for free.
Yeah. Sitting with coffee and doing absolutely nothing.
Don't look at your phone.
No.
Just hang out
for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And even if you have to set a timer. One song in the car that you love, no phone, and you just think, or you go back to a time when things were good and happy, right? I did that the other day.
I remember listening to this during the OJ trial.
A U2 song came on, and I was back on at Wilbur Flats, probably 16, 17 years old, with our trunks popped and beers in our hand, you know, and doing the things that I would be upset if Jameson did it. It's just shit like that. I think if you microdose things, you don't need a weekend retreat. You don't need a Tony Robbins retreat.
Like George Carlin once said, if you can go to a Tony Robbins seminar, you don't need to go to a Tony Robbins seminar.
Yeah, I mean, well, look, I think the guy has helped a lot of people and has some great insight. But I think what you need is 5 minutes where nobody needs you. That's kind of what it is. And even if it's just eating a piece of chocolate by yourself or sitting for 10 minutes doing nothing. Look, guys don't journal, but they'll stare off into the distance for 45 minutes with their hand down their pants, in the front of their pants. You ever see that?
Oh, yeah. The Joe Torre.
Yeah, the Joe Torre, the Al Bundy. I mean, that's kind of the thing. And I think that we have to do that stuff as guys as much as even women do. And women do a lot of the heavy lifting of stuff, but you're a human being, you know, like short fuses are not a good thing. I hear so many people now as adults that'll talk about the one time their dad got angry. Imagine if I were your kid.
It's like one time a day.
Right. So, okay.
They'll be, Dad, you're having a good day. You only got yelled once.
Snapping at people you love, right? You just kind of numb to everything. You just can't take anymore. You got a short fuse. You want escaping in worse ways. Like you're just looking to sit in the backyard and drink till you're blind. those are coping mechanisms, but they're not good. And I go, if you don't schedule some kind of self-care, whether it's your golf league with your buddies or some way to just kind of reset yourself, you break down.
Yeah.
You break down.
You will.
And it'll schedule. And that's when it schedules itself. That's when it's like, hey, man, you're done. I think, remember when I got really sick and we did the break room?
Yes.
Pneumonia.
I remember. Tommy and I had to do the entire show all week by ourselves with a guy who now is the host of that show.
Yeah. And I just think I wore myself out. Yeah, and I wasn't doing that. And I think,
well, you looked sick. So my band played at East End Fest the weekend before you got sick. And you guys were all there watching, and you looked like dark, like your eyes were really dark. And I went back and watched the video because you were in the crowd. Because I gave a shout out to your two kids in Kano.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, no wonder Bill. Like he was starting to feel it Friday afternoon. And you were out the entire week. You were watching shows like Judge.
I think but I slept mostly.
Yeah, you were drinking like Tylenol with codeine.
Yeah, that was. Would you? Let me ask you this one, because, there's a book called The Artist Way, and I
have it. You bought it for me.
Yeah, I read it when we were doing the break room, and I did some of the stuff. And they would have you go on an artist date.
Yeah, by yourself.
Schedule a date. Actually, go out like you would go somewhere. So I would go to and it's really weird, right? Because I don't think people kind of would ever think this about me. But I would go to a botanical garden. I'd go to the art museum. I actually like that shit. As weird as that is. But would you go to dinner alone?
I've done it.
By yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Sat at a table?
Yeah.
Sat at a table by yourself? Wow. Because that's one where I go, I'll sit at a bar alone. Now, I could do that for a couple hours. There'll be conversations with
nobody else.
But I don't know that I could sit at a table alone. And I try to ask myself, why? I go, I don't know what I'm afraid of. Looking like a loser.
Yeah, it's all self-perception.
100%. Because who's going to think you're a loser? You could be a guy on a business trip who's just hungry.
Yeah. You can pull the Galasano and go, Google me.
Did he say that once?
Yeah. I think it was at Pani Vino once. Some woman when asked me, he goes, Google me.
Good.
And then didn't somebody try to Joey Bricado or somebody try to write a song called Google Me?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
That'd be a great
if
song.
They have it, I think you should. That's funny. Yeah, because I'll sit at a bar for hours, but I don't know that I would be comfortable sitting at a table for 45 minutes like a functioning adult.
Or you can sit at a bar like a functioning alcoholic.
Well, that's just it.
Bill, the options you're weighing here.
Well, no.
Sometimes somebody named Bill Moran once told me, Danny, you got to do something that scares you. Maybe for you, that's going and sitting at a table and eating dinner by yourself.
I think the last time you and I were together, I talked about, things that scared me, right? And I used the analogy of when I went parasailing at 12 years old.
Yeah.
All my life, when there was something that would scare me, and it would be something like, trying to get a car to go 120 miles an hour, taking the governor off a golf cart and seeing if we could get somebody to get a radar gun and see how fast we go. Those things actually made me nervous, but it gnawed at me.
The thrill of the bill.
I had to do it. Or swinging out on a rope over a lake and jumping off, right? I always had to do that. I don't know why. It made no sense, but I had to go and do it. And the thing is, if you can't stand to be alone with yourself, scheduling's not the problem. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes that gives you, I don't know. I would say to most guys, if you're thinking about self-care, because I did go and have a Reiki session before we came in here today.
Okay.
Realigned some stuff. It just hit me this
morning. There's milk on your head. Or there's the yolk on the head, and the yolk drips down, and there's an egg. Is that how it goes? Or?
No, you don't even know what you're saying. Never even.
Remember one time Dwight in the office had to do this for he had to calm Michael down. Michael had slept with Pam's mom. So there's an egg on your head and the yolk is running down. He goes, do you want me to give you the chills? Yeah. And they're doing this AMSR thing.
Yeah.
And then he tells Dwight that he slept with Pam's mom. So is that what Reiki's like? I have no idea.
No, Reiki is very quiet. It's just you lay there and somebody who feels your energy
Mhm.
and realigns your energy.
Okay. Do you feel realigned today?
I feel great.
Mhm.
I feel much better than I have felt in a while.
Mhm.
Yeah. But when I was in there, I put my phone on airplane mode, and somebody was trying to call me, and I missed their call, and I'm disappointed I did. But
See, I go to acupuncture. I get acupunctured for my migraines.
right
For migraines.
But it's self-care. It's also time alone, quiet.
Yeah.
You have to like really go in, and you're taking care of your body, right?
Mhm.
The migraines and all that. And I know it sounds soft. I just think that it's not soft, and I really would
When I go, it's mostly dudes.
for acupuncture.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm saying self-care.
Oh, self-care.
I think self-care, the term
You
is,
should call it something else.
well, man maintenance. Call it man maintenance.
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 That
Maintenance.
sounds weird.
Yeah,
Too many
because
consonants. Maintenance.
well, because I'll tell you why.
Macrodosing.
I swear to you, the guy who just keeps going, never stops, breaks down when he least expects it.
Oh yeah, that's usually how it works.
Yeah. And that's your body telling you need to.
Enough, yeah.
And I would also say, if anybody is or knows someone who is a dad of young kids and stuff, man, you need to show up as your best self, because you're not going to realize it when you're in it. It's like looking at a Monet. It's a bunch of fucking dots and you're trying to figure it out. But for people who are standing on the outside, you realize how important that time is. Like, it's critically important that you're there, that you're focused, that you're taking care of yourself, you're not angry, and if you are, you're taking it somewhere else. If you are in a relationship, if you're married or whatever, you're not arguing in front of the kid. Like, all that stuff is so critically important that I think you've got to find an outlet somewhere. Boxing can be a great self-care, right? Going to the gym for some guys is self-care, but it also can become a grind sometimes. So I hesitate with that, but I would like something that's going to give you
Working out. I think it's just
working out it can be for sure. But I just think like where you're with other people and you're able to shoot the shit and check in.
Yeah, you don't want to be alone all the time.
No,
you need your lone moments and you need your camaraderie moments.
Right. I think that's very important. And I only say, I don't know why. I feel like it's something that guys don't do. And I feel like there's like, I don't know how to phrase this properly. But I would say sometimes I think the guys probably feel, if they aren't, underappreciated, because the expectation is you're just going to go and handle it. And a lot of times the home stuff will fall on the wife, the kid stuff will fall on the wife or the spouse. But the dude is like, working, and you can't bring that shit home. I'm going, there's got to be a way for that to get out, because it will get out, and it can get out in ugly ways, and it can also cause you a lot of problems.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just my little PSA.
No, that's cool. Go mow the lawn.
You
My brother did one time. He's going to be listening to this. In Florida. We couldn't get a hold of him for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, what's going on? Is he going to be on one of those like datelines at some point? Nobody could get a hold of him. So I text him. I go, Ryan, call me. He finally calls me back. I go, hey, you okay? Yeah. Why is everybody bugging me? I go, well, Mom, Joel, none of us, Steph, we haven't heard from you in a while. What's going on? You okay? Long sigh. Yeah. What's the matter? I'm putting in a garden. I go, wait, what?
Self-care.
He goes,
you get out
you don't
there.
understand, man. In Florida, man, they judge you by your yard. It's got to be green.
Yeah.
In my neighborhood, it's got to look good. He goes, I don't trust anybody to mow my lawn. I do. He goes, it's a lot of work. I go, okay, as long as you're cool. As long as you're good.
All right, we'll take a moment.
Today he asked me, he goes,
Yeah.
hey, you're 46, right? I go, yeah. He's 35 now. At a certain age, do you need to start wearing tighter underwears? I go, why? My nuts are killing me. I go, yeah.
I mean, you could. I always wear boxer briefs, I think, for that reason, but that's what I prefer. There are rules in life, Dan.
You don't want to trip over yourself.
No, you don't. Not when they're sagging. There are rules in life but no one ever explains them to you. We'll get to that.
Oh, yeah. It's called the break room.
We'll get to that right after this. There are rules in life, Dan,
Yeah.
that no one ever explains to you.
Nobody's born with a manual, Billy.
No, there's no teacher that explains this. No parent. There's no manual or handbook, as you said. But if you break them,
Oh,
these rules,
it's consequences.
everybody knows.
Yep. And nobody cares.
Well, nobody says a word. Oh, but they judge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they judge. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the rule book that doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. Let me give you one of the unwritten rules for a man. And I think you can weigh in on this very well. And it's one I've had to even teach my sons. You never take the urinal next to someone if there are others that are empty. Am I right?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, that's pretty natural. I think that's common sense.
I'm just saying, if the urinal next to someone is open, and let's say there's 4, you don't go into the one next to the guy.
No.
No, you do
You
not.
go, you find your own urinal.
There's no eye contact at a urinal ever, right? You're in, you're out, right? You're in, you're out. Only a psychopath will take a phone call at the urinal.
Well, yeah, we worked with a guy, a boss, who did that. We walk in the bathroom, he'd be on his phone, like loudly.
Who's that?
The grandpa.
Oh, oh
With
God.
his hearing.
Yeah. Right. There's
Because he was so important.
no, well, he thought he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yes. And I think, honestly, this may be the only place on the planet that I can think of that men have unity. Silent, but it's unity. We know.
Mhm.
We know these rules. You do not do these things. Sometimes you'll see it. And you'll see it like if you're on a road trip, right? Because if somebody all of a sudden comes next to you, and there's like a row of urinals, to your left, there's a few that are empty. It always feels like they're invading your space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You're like,
right.
and sometimes if you have shy bladder, your shy bladder just shuts off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it can happen.
I call it Bill's game bladder. If there's a line behind you, you just can't go.
Yeah.
They took the trough out, so maybe it'll be a little bit easier, Bills fans, for the new stadium.
I know. The trough was
Not
good.
all of us are have a private bathroom like Greg Connors.
No,
Mr. Connors, your toilet is ready.
I will say that I believe that these are the rules, right? And the reason why there's no line at a men's bathroom. Not often a line at a men's bathroom. Let me put it that way. Right? If it's a small place, maybe. But if you go to a concert this summer and you go to the bathroom, there's a chance that there's a line for the ladies out and around.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Or the Bills game.
Okay. And the guys, there's usually no line.
No.
Because they're in, they're out, and when there's a trough, it doesn't matter. You're just in, you're out. You're in, you're out. The ladies take longer. They don't. I mean, I'm not sure. Can't say that because there's somebody going to go. I drop them. I go and I'm up. Right, but you need privacy.
Yes.
Right, you need privacy. So that gives us less space. Right, I mean, you got to get in there. You got to shut the door, lock the door, position yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's more work. Guys, it's just trough, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You just hope you don't splatter on your neighbor. That's it. And distance yourself if you can.
My brother Ryan, you speaking of unwritten rules, my brother Ryan had to teach my nephew, his son, how to pee at a urinal because he dropped his pants.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, no, and everybody starts laughing.
Yeah, every little kid does.
He pulled the butters, they call it.
Yeah. Every little kid does.
From South Park.
I used to do that on purpose in college.
I can see that.
I did. I would go in the bathroom and I'd be like, and then people are like, oh my God. I'd be like, what? What's the matter? I did that.
Yeah.
I did that. I used to pee in the plastic cup, the clear plastic cup, and then leave it on the ledge because it looked like beer. And someone would hit and go, oh my God, it's so warm. I would do it. I would do that right in the bar. I wouldn't even go to the bathroom to do it.
Oh, dude, there was.
I mean, it'd be so crowded. I'd be taking a piss in the cup. And I don't think,
the old Dispatch Tavern at East Rochester. One of the last nights it was open, guys are playing beer pong. Which, by the way, you're not supposed to be playing beer pong at a bar.
Yeah.
Guys are getting 4, 5, 6 drinks in. All of a sudden, guy starts stirring as a distraction, stirring one of the cups with his crank.
Oh.
Come on, hit me. Go ahead. So the dude goes, okay, bing, backboard, in, bank, drink it. He told him.
I like this guy, though. He's got his cocktail stirrer out, huh?
Oh.
Well, look, bar and social events. It's the unwritten rule. Can't be the first to leave.
No.
Definitely can't be the last.
No, you don't want to be. You want to be in the middle.
Right. You want to be in the middle.
Yeah.
You want to be there.
Yeah. So usually the pastor's the first one to go, and then you know what? It is getting late.
Well, okay. There's a moment at every table where it's clear that it's over, but nobody wants to be the first to leave. And I think that that's where we need one brave person. I'll tell you another one. One more at a bar never means one more.
No, of course not.
No, it doesn't. If somebody says one more.
It's like Glory Days, Springsteen. We went back inside, sat down, had a few drinks.
Yeah.
And all we kept talking up.
If someone buys around, you're in the rotation now.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be. You're in the rotation.
Your turn's coming.
I would also say,
which, by the way, I am owed more dinners and rounds. I got to say, my class reunion, I bought like 3 or 4 rounds thinking somebody was going to step up. Nobody did.
Oh, you went to college. Maybe some of them didn't.
Some of these guys have PhDs.
Okay.
That's how they probably keep their money.
I would say don't order food when nobody else is eating. Now, if you're going to order snacks for everybody, like if you're going to order apps, that's different. But I think if you're going to order like a burger, I'm starving, and nobody else is eating, yeah, you can't do that. You look unhinged.
Yeah.
I think you look unhinged. I would say that.
Never eat the last thing of something you didn't buy.
Oh, amen to that.
That's
buddy.
a big one.
Amen. Or if you did buy it, you should ask.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else like this?
That's what I do.
Yeah. Do you?
Boo, would you like the last mozzarella stick? She goes, I know you want it. I go, Boo, would you like the last mozzarella stick?
Yeah.
Or if somebody else is buying, you don't order appetizers if they're not ordering the appetizers.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, I'll have 8 onion rings and give me the whole platter, the sample platter.
Right. And I would say this, that when somebody says one more round, everybody knows this is where this could be the tipping point right here. We do need one brave person to say, we don't need more drinks. It's okay. It's time to go home. Right.
Well, what happened to the light? I got to drive.
Uber.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, no, some people do. Some people will say, I got to drive. I got to go home. I got to get my kids somewhere. I've got, things I got to do tomorrow.
My pets.
Right. Right.
I was at a wedding. I stood in a wedding where the mom of the groom left early. She goes, we have to let the dog out.
Oh.
He's like, you serious? Yeah, we have to let the dog out. Like 7:00.
Was she not happy with the wedding?
No, she's just weird.
Okay.
Gotta let the dog out.
All right. Well, you could have somebody let the dog out.
No, the dog was almost like the way to get out.
No, it's a great excuse. It's a great excuse.
My father.
Do you and your wife have a code word to get out of things? Like some couples will have like a certain phrase that they'll know, it's like,
I have no
certain
action. All right, we got to go. And my wife's usually like on board with it. We got to go. I'm tired.
Here's another unwritten rule I was thinking about. If you walk into somebody's house and nobody has shoes on, you can't wear your shoes.
No, of course not.
Even
Why
if
would
they
you?
say keep them on, don't do it.
No.
Don't do it. You cannot do that. Right. You don't open someone's fridge unless you're invited to. That's something that I noticed that people just do.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
People just go in random people's fridges?
No, just like if they're over, hey, yeah. You it's not like you've reached. I mean, you have to reach that level with somebody, I think. And I know that sounds weird.
The Kramer level.
But there's people that would come into my house and they would open the fridge and I would be uncomfortable. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Right? But
or grab the remote and change a channel.
Oh, God. Oh, I hate it. Never mind. You're reminding me of things that I.
Oh, okay.
Right. And you don't sit in the spot. Every house has the spot. You know what I'm saying?
There was one time where you and I were part of a show, and we had a guy who had a spot.
Yeah.
A certain spot.
Yeah.
He always sat there.
Yeah.
And a very famous musician came in and sat in that spot.
Yeah.
And you gave me a look like, Go what? To the commercial break, I go, oh, hey, Mr. So-and-so. Hey, we got a special seat for you right here.
Was it Lou?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he sat in Tommy's spot.
Yeah.
I go, hey, we got a special chair for you. Oh, all right. Thank you, man. Can I get you something to drink? Yeah, some water would be great.
Well,
hot water with lemon.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, every house has
that was kind of our living room.
Right. Has a chair.
Mm-hmm.
If you sit in it and you're not supposed to, the whole room goes quiet.
Oh, yeah.
Because nobody knows what to say.
No.
Right? It's a little weird.
It's the power chair.
Right, you got it. It would be, I mean, look, if someone sat in Butch's spot.
Oh, yeah, it'd be free. Oh, yeah. Nobody sits in Butch's spot. We didn't sit in Butch's spot.
Right. Yes.
Because whoever was sitting in Butch's spot was in charge.
No, because, well, the thing is, you don't own that chair, number one.
No.
And the other thing is, spiritually, you may not agree with this.
Mm-hmm.
That was Butch's throne.
That was his chair.
That was Butch's throne.
Yeah.
That was where he ruled his kingdom from.
When he was in the hospital, my brothers, like my mother had great insurance. She worked for Verizon. So they had like school level, teacher level insurance.
Okay.
And they would strike every so often. They get it. So the insurance company would just send us stuff in case my father needed it. Well, we got an oxygen tank once. My brothers would take turns on my father's oxygen tank. Oh, dude, you got to try this. This is amazing. In his chair. I go, Dad's in the hospital. He goes, yeah, but no, you don't understand, man. This is the greatest thing ever, dude. You ever been high? I'm like, well, no. You know that. Well, yeah, of course not. But, man, this is great. This oxygen is pure. And they'd be sitting there taking turns on the oxygen. I go, what if you got a cold? And Dad catches it because you put his, we're not going to get sick. You know what you're doing? Like, that's not even in the ground yet. And you guys are taking over the, arguing who's going to take over.
The oxygen, pure oxygen.
Oh, yeah.
It'll make you younger.
And then then when my father died, they had to send it back. And my brothers were not happy about that.
No, I'm sure not.
Oh, come on. We can't keep the oxygen tank.
Right. I think there's unwritten rules on. Am I hearing the bell go off?
I'm hearing cars. I'm hearing the bell now. Ding, ding. Like somebody walking in. But somebody was walking by.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, somebody's been in the building. Yeah.
All right. That always freaks me out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. No, don't worry. We're cool.
Not freaks me out. I just want to be aware of what's happening.
Yeah, of course. You want to be aware of your surroundings. Like a turtle.
What would be some of the unwritten rules for driving? I'm going to give you one that jumps out to me.
Oh, here's one that my father
unwritten rules of driving.
Absolutely hated because we had to do it once and it pissed him off that he had to do it. He owned a convertible, Chrysler LeBaron, but it was well kept. Danny boy, I never want to see you drive this car with the top down and the windows up.
Oh, well.
Hated that. Well, one day it got a little cold sooner than later. Because I hate when people do this. And I go, why don't we just pull over? Put the top? No.
Well, here's the thing: is like you'll keep the airflow over top, right? The reason that you would roll up the windows is to keep your hair in place.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were going,
he was just cold
out to dinner or somewhere. No, I'm just saying if you were going out to dinner. Now, who would mostly say, "I don't want my hair a mess"? Who says that?
Men. Oh, women.
Yeah.
I don't want my hair messed.
Right. So I think like for a lot of guys, it's cool to have the top down. It's got to roll up the windows. It keeps the flow. Because I have like a giant sun roof that I can open up, right? And it goes the whole length of the car. And I'll open that up and it's great airflow. But I can also understand where, like in a convertible, I mean, your hair could be, you know what I mean? I say this one, Dan, the courtesy wave, it's an unwritten rule.
One car at a time.
When someone lets you in, you have to give the courtesy wave.
I always give the courtesy wave.
You have to.
I'll always roll the window down. I will do the, the half time out.
Yes. Yes. Like it's got to be. And I always think I have seen people where I have let them in. They don't wave.
Yeah. They don't even look at you.
Bad person.
Yeah.
Bad person.
Psychopath.
Right. I always just give a big courtesy wave. Right. That I think that is something that when Jameson starts driving, I got a minute here before he does. I got to teach him.
Yeah, let him know.
Left lane, get in the left lane. The
move. Pass people.
Well, not just pass, but if someone's merging on and you can see them coming on the on-ramp,
get in the left lane.
You can get in the left lane, get in the left lane.
Well, the left lane people got to give you like the opportunity to do it too.
Sometimes
that's nice.
Yes. Yes.
Because some people don't do that. Then you're like screwed. You're on the rumple strips.
Right.
Letting people in because jackass to the left didn't do anything.
Right. Yeah. I would just say, so if you don't give the wave, it's the currency of the roadway, then you're going to wind up losing something bad's going to happen to you down the road. And if you don't get over when you can, you're a dick. Dick. Complete dick. I think there's rules in a grocery store. Unwritten rules.
Pay for your groceries first.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, with that last show we did.
Oh, the micro-looting.
I saw Piker.
Micro-looting.
Yeah.
Micro-looting. Yeah.
Douchebag.
I would say don't block the aisle with your cart sideways.
Oh, yeah, it goes without saying.
Well, I've seen it.
Allow a passing lane.
I have seen it. You know where I've seen it more? Sometimes I'm closer to a Tops, and it is funny how the quality of their like to-go food compared to Wegmans is like it's really night and day. It really is. But I have seen more in Tops the cart across the aisle. I go, man, it's like
they don't care. They don't care. And are they on their speakerphone?
Oh,
doing it?
That's another one.
Yep.
I had it down.
Dude.
Don't be on the speakerphone.
Every time.
Unwritten rule. And it's in the grocery store or a Walmart. That's where you're going to see it. How about this? When you get to the counter, could you know your order, please?
Oh, yeah.
Could you know your order, please? Oh, I don't know. I don't care where that is. From fast food to coffee shops to grocery store, grocery stores, but delis, know your order.
Yes.
Know your order.
Come on.
Know your order.
Oh, what is that? Is that here's another one.
Yeah.
You're at the gas station. Now, this might not be a problem in most gas stations, but when you have BJs and the price is really low because you have a membership, people have a tendency to not be ready with their membership card to scan it.
Oh, yeah.
And then when they get back in the car, when they're done, they sit there and check their phone. They don't get out of the way. They don't move. Like, get out of the way.
This
move.
Is at like a BJ's gas
Yeah,
station?
BJ's or a Costco. It's like, bro, get that line is long. Move. Let's go.
Right.
Or if they have the extended hoses, this isn't every place.
Yeah,
like you can't do this at Delta Sonic, but you could do it at a BJ's or a Costco. They have the extended hoses. You could use either lane. So take advantage of using either lane.
God dang. Come on, people.
Let's go.
Get it out. Start learning how to act in
we used to be a
public.
Functioning society.
Well,
things have gotten easier, and now they're more convenient, but now we've made everybody else's life a little bit harder.
We're not in lines as much as we used to be because there's so much online stuff. But if you find yourself in a line, give a little berth here. I'm not saying the 6-foot rule for when
but I don't need you sitting in my car.
I don't need you in my back pocket.
Like that 12-year-old kid.
No, I don't. What 12-year-old kid?
By the way, you ever notice this? When we were kids, if there was a kid in the cart, they'd be in the front of the cart.
Yeah.
Now, more and more kids are actually in the cart.
Yeah.
And they're getting older. Now, is that because they're afraid the kids are going to get snatched?
No.
Why are they in the cart? You got 2 legs. Walk. You're a big kid.
Yeah, because they wander off. It's a pain in the ass. and you're trying to corral cats.
Wegmans is only so big, dude.
Yeah, but
It's not like they went to Afghanistan.
How it's okay. See, now this is
where,
this
because
is
I'm
where
not a parent.
You got it.
Okay.
You're missing it.
Well, my wife stuck up for these people.
I don't know how old the kids that you're talking about are.
Oh, they're about like 8 to 12.
Okay. So 8 to 12 is a pain in the ass because they don't want to be there and they're just going to cause problems. And you don't have a choice because it's school break and you have to work and it's after work and you're picking up somewhere and you just got to get something for dinner. And you get in there and they're like, can I get in the cart? Because it's funny to them or it's, fun. And they get pushed around, but it's also a way to contain them. It's like, okay, sure. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you could be like, the kids would wander off and you'd be like, and now everybody has a cell phone so you can call them, but you're still waiting or they're not answering because they don't have it on it happens all the time. It used to drive me crazy.
Okay.
The one that made me, but I wouldn't put the kid in there. I wouldn't even offer it at a certain age. Mm-hmm. At a certain age, I'm not even offering it. But they used to have, and maybe they still do, they used to have like the cars that the kids could sit in and drive.
Yeah.
My kid would sit on the roof and just wave like it was a parade float.
Well, the Pope is here. Here's the Jameson, the Pope.
Yeah. Yes. I think, yes, go ahead.
Speaking of carts.
Yes.
Put your cart back, people.
Oh, Dan, you have hit one. That is great. That is an unspoken rule and you will be judged. And Foodie, our friend Foodie he was like a tyrant on that. And he would get out of the car and put it away for the person. I used to bust his balls.
Oh, I did too.
No,
I
but why didn't you yell at say something?
What I do is,
well, I don't know if I was saying.
I passive aggressively, and I don't like being passive aggressive. I will take the cart. I will take the cart and go in front of their car or behind their car so they can plainly see me do this. And put it back. Now, they'll rationalize it and say, well, they don't have a cart corral. Yeah, walk your fat you-know-what back to the store that you just walked around in for 45 minutes. What's an extra 15, 20 feet?
Right. What
do you think you're going to do in Wegmans? You're going to walk around.
Right. Just put it away.
For some reason, going to the car and taking it to the cart is a big deal.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass for the people who leave them out because you're blocking parking spots. Sometimes these things, gravity pulls them because it's a slight slope or incline or whatever. And now it's dinging into cars and it's annoying.
By the way, and I'm not talking about handicapped people because I understand that. I'm talking about people who are able-bodied who do this. And by the way, there are people who are able-bodied who park in the handicapped spots because they have some type of condition that enables them a placard for the handicapped spot. I'm okay with that. But if you got two legs and you just went around, put the freaking cart back. Don't wait for helping hands. That's BS.
I agree. Well done. I applaud you on that one. One last thing.
Here's another one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm tired of pregnant women complaining about the fact that somebody took my spot.
Yes.
Pregnant women.
Yes.
Okay, dude, time out.
What?
You're not handicapped because you're pregnant.
Oh, come on.
You're not handicapped because
you're going to make a lot of enemies on this one, pal. You're going to make a lot of enemies.
All right.
Yeah.
You don't have kids. You don't get
No, I don't. I've never been pregnant. I don't know what that's like.
I don't either.
So I don't talk about things I don't really know. However, not that this would be defending you, but it might be defending you. I think in certain parts of the world, they're just sitting in a tree having a baby and then going down to the river and getting water. So what I mean? And
while working.
I know people who also look, and some pregnancies get complicated, and I have no problem with those parking spots. I'm not in Dan's camp, but I would say also that we know somebody who used to work out all the time. I see women at the gym constantly that are pregnant, and it's good for them. I don't know how you do it, but they're out there doing it.
Great.
I saw a pregnant women leading spin classes.
That's awesome. Yeah, but like they probably don't park in that pregnant spot.
They should, I think. Take a minute. It's all right. And besides that,
but you're walking around the store.
Okay. All right. So it gets back a little closer. You get to unload the stuff. You're tired. There's something else sucking your energy. Don't, you're going to do this. You got to do this, bud.
Okay.
All right. Step out. You know what? Plant your flag. Stick your flag in that one, buddy.
Okay.
That's all right. I mean, I sort of helped you, but I can't endorse it.
Okay.
I like you. I'm not endorsing that.
All right. All right.
The last one I want to touch on is social media. You cannot. This has to be an unwritten rule. post 9 stories in a row. I think even 5. 3, if I see 3 stories pop up on my feed back to back from you, I get a little weird, right? 9 of those little stories. Sometimes if it's pictures, vacation, I get it. Photo dump, someone will say, all right, but it's still, right? Can we limit it? Can we limit it? Spread it out over a couple days. Make me really jealous that you went somewhere for a couple days. You know what I mean? Posting vague drama, vague bookings.
Vague bookings,
Yes. I don't like that. Some people do it. Some people still do it.
Yeah, main character syndrome.
Yep, that's one.
That's part of it. I have one.
Okay.
I'm very close to somebody who talks a lot about needing vacations. And I love this person dearly.
Oh, damn.
They work very, very hard.
Why are you doing
this? They
this?
work incredibly hard.
Would you have a death wish today? Do you have you're going after pregnant women and this person? You're crazy.
I'm telling you, nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it, especially when the rest of us got to work 310 days at least on average a year. I got to say, that's, I'm empathizing. I understand you got to deal with other people's offspring all day.
Yes.
It's a hard job. I'm not denying any of this. You deserve everything you get.
Oh, buddy. I'm feeling
But don't tell me you need a vacation between your vacations. And then don't tell me that I can't bitch about you complaining about needing a vacation between your vacations. Because everybody else at the table looks at you like, and then you don't have sympathy when you need it. Am I wrong, Bill?
Yeah. Don't drag me into your shit. Look, man, I have lived a long time on this planet. I know what things I don't want to say. I don't think you're wrong when you complain about needing a vacation and people are aware of how many vacations you take. It gets a little jealous or it gets a little annoying. All right. I can understand that. I can see where that would bother people. I don't know the job. I'm not right. So I wouldn't say that. But if you're posting things like some people, or what was the thing I wrote down? Oh, some people are fake. We all know you mean one person, and we all want names. That's just it. We got to know. We got to know. And
usually the people who post that are also fake.
Yes.
Like my ex-wife was notorious for this. She would tell everybody how fake everybody was.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, it was classic projection.
Well, somebody,
because she was the biggest phony I've ever met.
Somebody I know, I apparently am not friends with them on social media, but they do that kind of posting.
Oh,
and I'll hear about it.
Do I know this person?
Did you see? Yeah, write it down. I'll tell you during the break. That and the photo I got to show you.
Okay.
Yes, but I don't see it, so I don't know that it's happening. And you know what? I will tell you something. That saying that ignorance is bliss doesn't mean it's not happening, but it's not happening in my experience. Right. So that's kind of that's a cool thing. That's all. And I will. Here's one last one. I think there's nothing. I don't want to call it scary because I think that's an overstatement. But there's nothing more unsettling than someone liking a photo you posted back in 2016.
Oh yeah, that's creepy.
And it's 2026.
Right.
You're going back a decade.
Nice hoots.
And you're liking the food.
We know exactly what you're doing.
Oh, yes, we do. And I go, but that's like unsettling.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I have no idea.
Or when they like 6 in a row.
Oh yeah, but from deep, man. They went deep on your stuff. That's
now
it.
I could see if it's a relative. I haven't seen Dan in so long. Oh, this is cute. This is nice. But like somebody who's not related.
You've gone deep.
Somebody of the opposite sex. Yeah, that's a little strange.
Like all I want to say is these unspoken rules, and there's probably plenty more. You can call in at 585-206-8866.
Oh yeah, there's plenty.
Leave yours. We'd love to hear them. You can write us on Facebook.
I know there's a ton we're forgetting that they're going to hit me when I'm in the car.
Right. But I would say these rules aren't random. They exist to avoid awkwardness, right? That's what they do. And they exist because we're all trying to respect some space, quietly get through life without friction, right? And I just say society doesn't run on laws. It runs on invisible agreements.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Understandings.
Yes, understandings. That's it. And the craziest part, nobody teaches you these.
No.
That's the part that I think that, you just learn them the hard way by being, you learn them the hard way by being that guy.
Yes.
And it only takes one time.
Yep.
And then you'll learn.
And we've all been there.
Have we?
In some situations, yes.
Have you been? You're going to be there again?
No.
I don't know.
No. My boss is a good guy.
What?
What do you think I was talking about?
Oh, yeah. We'll take a moment and be right back. That's a good old boy.
That's what it sounds like.
Never made it no harm.
My mom always asks why she sees my hands, but not my face on TV. That's how the song ended.
Oh.
Waylon Jennings wrote it because they never showed he was the narrator,
yeah.
but you always saw his hands, but you never saw his face because of
Yeah.
some contractual likeness.
Oh.
So
look at that. My mama always asks. I see my
well, she
cat.
always sees my hands, but not my face on TV.
I showed Dan the picture. It was of me and some classmates, but it's all women.
Yeah.
It's all women, and then me, right? Or most.
Bill and the backup singers.
Well, it's weird. I can't tell if I I feel like I stand out.
You do.
What doesn't, remember the old
Which one of these things is not like the other?
electric company, which one doesn't belong or whatever it was. Well, I could say I was the professor.
You could.
I'd be a lie, but I could say that. Here's another thing, Dan, that since we're talking about these unspoken rules, I'm trying to figure out, when did we all just decide there is no such thing as embarrassment anymore? And you can even take it to a little bit of shame, right? There's just no embarrassment anymore. There used to be things that you would take to your grave. Now, I feel like people post it, they put a filter on it and a song behind it. And then there we go. And I don't know if we could call it embarrassment, because it's usually minor things. I don't think as a society we've become more confident. I just think we lowered the bar of what's embarrassing and what's not embarrassing, right?
Yeah, we used to have standards.
Well,
we had blue laws on Sundays,
yes.
and we had, people would dress up for baseball games in suits and ties. Women would wear dresses. And then in the 60s, things started to change. In the 70s, they changed again.
Right.
Before you know it, you're going to Walmart in your pajamas.
Okay. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. And that would be something you never saw.
No.
You never saw that. And
I remember when I was 4 years old, my older cousin was playing in a very big high school football game.
Yeah.
And we were sitting at home. It was a Friday night. We were watching Webster. Remember? Because Webster was on Friday nights.
Okay.
And my dad goes, "Hey, you want to go check out your cousin Richie playing the football game?" I go, "Dad, we're in our pajamas. We can't go anywhere." He goes, "We're not going to get out of the car. It's okay. Come on, let's go." Because he wanted to see how they were doing.
Yeah.
But he had the three of us. My mother was working. So he had to put us in the car. We were all in our pajamas. I said, it just blew my mind that you could leave the house in your pajamas.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
This is 1983.
Yeah. Oh my God. Not 1983.
No.
Jeez.
Yeah. Or 1984. Yeah.
What a year.
No, Big Brother's watching you in your pajamas.
1984. I think that was the first time Bird and Magic matched up. We had a Bird Magic matchup in the finals.
In the finals, yeah, because they matched up in the NCAA championship.
Yeah, but I think this is the first time they matched up in the NBA finals in '84.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Jordan enter the league in '84?
Yes.
Yeah. '84. I think that was the year Ghostbusters. Yeah.
I thought that was '85.
Back to the Future trilogy.
No, that started in I think 85 too.
Huey Lewis was
Definitely in 84.
yeah.
Lewis.
Huey Lewis was big.
Thriller came out in 83.
I think you got your okay. I think you got 1984. That'd be a year to go back to if you're a sports fan, and if you were a music fan, because I think you got Prince, Michael Jackson, Huey Lewis, Bruce Springsteen, possibly Madonna, all in their prime.
Oh yeah,
all in their they were at their. That was at. They
and
were
you
at
also
the peak.
you also had some 1 or 2 or 3 hit wonders who were now known as being 80s artists.
Yeah.
At that time,
Right.
like think about Bananarama, think about
Oh yeah.
Aha, think about
I liked Aha.
Billy
Aha.
Idol.
I think Aha.
Billy Idol. I mean, he didn't really get out of the 80s.
No.
Cyndi Lauper didn't get out of the 80s.
No. Well, Cyndi Lauper's very talented blues singer too. She has some really beautiful songs if you go deep on her catalog.
You got to go deep.
Well, you got to be somebody who likes that stuff. But yeah, she's good. I mean, she's got some good stuff.
Now she's doing ads for some type of medication for arthritis or something.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah.
Good for her.
You show her like doing like her concerts. Talk to your doctor about whatever.
Yeah. Oh, look, that would be one. You didn't see those. People didn't talk about their ailments.
No.
Right? They tried to
1998
hide
is when
them.
that changed.
Okay. But I'm even thinking let's take it to just simple, embarrassing things that you would be, if you were caught dancing in public or your friend saw you dancing, even at a dance, embarrassing. You would get nervous if you called the radio station.
Yeah.
To request a song or something. You got nervous, right?
I like to hear Wang Chung tonight.
Okay. How about this one? Leaving a voicemail for somebody. But like back in the day. But now everybody's texting. Go back in the day. The answering machine.
Yes.
The answering
Well, I
machine.
remember the first time I called it, an answering machine had answered, and
Yeah.
I'd never experienced that. So I'm like talking.
Yeah.
I'm like, I only knew one person that had an answering machine and didn't know they had the answering machine until I heard the answering machine.
I think that apparently my voicemail box was full today.
I can see that.
Yeah. Well,
you're a busy guy.
Okay, but no. These are excuses that we can't have anymore, Dan. I
was trying to make you feel better.
No, I know.
Yeah, you need to delete
I
those.
just went through. You know what I had in my deleted file? 537 emails, but I thought they deleted.
You moved to the trash. You're supposed to delete after 3 days.
Well, they didn't delete. So I had to
Wow.
empty my 537 because somebody tried to leave me a voicemail and then they said I was going to leave you and they said a certain voicemail. And I go, I'm very upset and disappointed now. But when I went into my Reiki,
I realized.
I feel so good though.
Yeah.
I know you don't believe this stuff, but I feel so good.
Oh, good for you.
And I put my phone on. I've set it up so I can go into deep airplane mode because airplane mode now keeps your Wi-Fi on because a lot of planes have Wi-Fi. So it keeps your Wi-Fi on. So if you wanted to use the Wi-Fi, you can do that. It just turns off the other stuff.
If you can figure it out.
But I went through and I made it so all my stuff goes off. I'm on deep airplane mode or strict airplane mode. I put it on when I sleep because it's not like.
Oh yeah, the Wi-Fi like hurts your sleep.
Yeah. Right. And I'm also, I'm a dad.
Blue light and Wi-Fi.
I'm a dad. I should ignore my children if they have an emergency in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
That's what I should do. All right. Talking about money.
I still have a
you should be
voicemail.
embarrassed. What?
I still have a voicemail of Mike the dad. He died, 12 years ago. I still have that voicemail. I saved it. I don't know why.
I'm sorry. Maybe we just.
I didn't mean to sidetrack you, but I still have that. You want to hear it? I can play it for you. Every once in a while, I'd send it to Joanne when she was having a down day, his wife. I go, hey, you want to hear something cool? Thank you, Dad. I needed that.
That's very sweet of you. Mike the dad was a sweet, kind, loving soul
who looked like a professional wrestler.
He looked like, or yes,
a Viking.
He had a long braid that went down his back. He was a big guy. Some tattoos. I think he was missing a tooth somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Had the goatee, and he would show up because I don't know if he ran a florist or did some kind of side hustle thing.
He would do flowers on the weekends.
Yes. So he would,
and he also worked at Walmart.
He shows up at my house in Pittsburgh, on the front step. And I have this bit. There's so many, like I look back now on my radio time and I go, what an amazing, unbelievable ride that was of just interesting characters. And it opened me up because I will say I grew up in a very very white, I don't know that I would use the word affluent, but there was affluence for sure. Highly educated people. That was where I grew up. Radio was like the cesspool of society. I met everybody and I loved all of it. I loved every minute of it from the time I went in when this fucking guy named, I called him Psycho, and he would always call him, hey, Bill, and he walked with like a limp and stuff, and he had this big fat cousin, and they would hang out, and they were the proverbial kind of trash, right? And they would normally be people that I know I wouldn't hang out with, my family. I wouldn't even probably have talked to them. And how shitty is that?
Right.
And I came to, just from the phone and all that, I realized, I go, oh my God, if you don't actually believe that we're all one in some way, then you're wrong, because everybody's looking for the same thing. They just want validation that they're here. They want to matter. They want to matter. And I learned that at 19 just by doing radio. And I'll never forget this guy. One night there was this guy, I've told this story before, but Tommy Potatoes. The morning guy would go, hey, Tommy, get me my potatoes. Tommy had like this thick Bronx accent. He was a bit of a dumb guy, long hair, and he wore dingo boots, but he never had, you could buy traction that you would put like almost like women do it sometimes on the bottom of their shoe. You could do it for boots like that, but they were smooth. And he and I were it was coming up on Halloween. There was a camera over the front door. Okay. This is like 1990, 91. And we're walking out, and for whatever reason, I'm like, my spidey senses were going off. I'm like, man, somebody's coming. And Tommy goes, there's nothing coming. And he starts walking out, and I'm a little bit behind him. And Psycho is there with his girlfriend, and he comes running out, or his cousin. He comes running out. He's in a wedding dress, and he's screaming. He's screaming, but he's this little short guy. He's in a wedding dress. He's screaming, ah! And Tommy fucking flips and slips. So now he's on his ass, and I'm trying to pick him up, and I don't know what's coming. Like, I don't know what's coming, but I'm like, I can't have this fucker on the ground. Here we go again. He can't be on the ground, and then, like, I'm going to run away. Like, what am I going to do? I don't know what these people are going to do. So my mind's kind of working fast, and I also always think if it's something like this, it's somebody doing a prank. But I just knew. I don't know if I saw something on the camera as people were going around, or headlights flash, whatever it was. But man, that freaked me out a little bit, and I'll never forget. I can see it in my mind now. Him, like, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, it was like it was on ice. He's standing on the side. It's on ice. It was like whoop, up in the air and down on his ass. And but that was the greatest thing, and it was meeting people like that. And again, Mike the dad. And the reason I tell this story is, yes, we all judge, and I don't know that. I think if judging to exclude is not a great thing, but I don't know that we should tell people not to judge. And the reason I say that is sometimes it's a safety instinct. You know what I mean? Like oh boy, let me go over here. Right. It could just be a safety instinct. Are you always correct? No. But do you need to get to know everybody? No, you don't. So Mike the dad, who has this missing tooth or chipped tooth, he's in a wife beater. It's Mother's Day. He's got his thing.
No, it's not even a wife beater. It was a white shirt he cut the sleeves off.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And he shows up, and he's standing at the front door, right? And he's ringing the doorbell. And my mother is up for Mother's Day. My mother, who I love my mom, but she's a bit of a snob. And he's got the door, and he opens up and goes, hey, Billy around? And she's like, Bill, Billy. And I come down, I'm like, hey, Mike the dad, go on in. right? But it like she didn't know, and he looked like a rough and tumble character.
Yes.
Right. And Mike the dad would. I'm laughing when you talk about it because there were some funny things. He became a character on the show. That radio show, when I look back, was exactly the radio show I always wanted to do. I wanted to have a high-profile radio show that was as interactive and made people stars. And I will tell you this. I know Howard Stern did it first. 100%. Where I grew up in New York State, I never heard Howard Stern. I didn't hear him until I was older.
Mm-hmm.
I was already on the radio by the time I actually heard Stern. I heard Imus a lot. And what I loved about Imus was it was intelligent with a lot of dick jokes and dumb jokes. And I love that you could do both. And I wanted that so badly. He would talk to really intelligent reporters and people and issues and things like that. And then they'd have dumb segments with just dick jokes. And I loved it. I go, this is awesome. Again, I didn't even know that there was a Howard Imus thing. Howard, by the way, unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
Really, really talented. That's not it. So I didn't hear any of that. But that show that we did, The Break Room, when it got going, I mean, that was amazing. And it was sometimes it was like hard to go, but you had that Mike the Dad. Like Mike the Dad, I can think of 3 things, right? I just told you one of Mike the Dad that instantly, I'll give you a 4th. 3 things that instantly come to my mind. There was that story. Then when he called up and Tommy had gone to Hong Kong and he goes, wait, what? Well, I don't speak Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Right? I don't speak Hong Kong. I mean, I laughed so hard.
There's another guy named Jeremy, the quote prick, called up impersonating an Asian, talking about erection day.
Oh, right.
We get erections every. So he's doing the impression, and Mike thinks that he's legit. He
was
know.
Mike in the studio?
No. He was on the phone too. They're both on the phone because you see him call, and then so Mike wanted to complain about this quote unquote Asian dude talking about erections every 3 years.
Yeah.
And so you put Mike on knowing that he's going to react to it, not knowing that it's Jeremy.
No, I didn't know it was Jeremy.
And so
I just thought it was a shitty bit.
Yeah.
But so how am I going to save? How am I going to save a shitty call or doing a hack bit?
Tommy goes,
I'm going to put somebody on there that.
Because come on, Tommy, you know I don't speak Hong Kong.
Yeah, we're going. What did he say? I don't speak Hong Kong. That was the greatest.
Because you shouldn't talk about our immigrants like that, Tommy.
Then there was the time where he is convinced because he was a manager at Walmart at night, in a part of the city, not a great part of the city,
right?
And he is convinced that someone was coming in and taking pictures of the products. Do you remember?
Yes.
This is going to be a terrible segment on the pod for people who don't know. No, it's fine. No, the embarrassing thing we'll save for another time. We don't have embarrassment anymore. But this would be one. This would be an embarrassing moment.
Oh, this would be highly embarrassing.
Highly embarrassing moment.
If it happened nowadays, people be out in front of his house with pitchforks.
I'm going to say, well, I don't know about that.
Well, okay, social media
I don't know about
pitchforks.
That. I'm going to, maybe. But here's where I am going to say, and I'm going to ask you this. Could this be seen as a legitimate microaggression? Which it would be something that is said, like one time somebody said to me, and I thought, I go, ooh, this, it made me uncomfortable. That they were introducing me to somebody, and they go, you wouldn't even know he's black. Okay,
Yeah.
But well, no, the person looked very Caucasian.
Yeah,
clearly somewhere in their lineage, somebody was black. I don't know why you would say that because it's it's an uncomfortable thing. Like, how do you react to that? And if you're the person and nobody else is going, hey, you would never know he's Irish unless he dropped his pants. You know what I mean? Like something like that. There's nobody else that you're saying that about. Those are the things that I go, well, those are microaggressions. You got to make you uncomfortable a little bit. Like you wish you never told anybody.
Yes.
That's the kind of thing. So Mike, somebody's taking pictures in Walmart and he calls up and he says, there was a guy named, don't tell me, let me, Trent.
Yes.
Because Trent still reaches out. Trent was a black gentleman.
Yes.
Soft-spoken.
Made great ribs.
Okay. Yes,
Remember?
he did. Yep. Funny dude. Like, had a real dry sense of humor. Good guy. And he was into photography. He would show up at our events and take pictures.
Yeah.
So
And there was also another black gentleman who'd show up at our events and take pictures as well.
So Mike, I don't know why he's on the radio and he starts going, yeah, hey, Trent showed up. He's taking pictures, blah, blah. So Trent calls. Either Trent was on the phone and Mike calls or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes,
yeah. Trent was on the phone.
Yeah.
Mike calls up. I caught you taking pictures of my Walmart.
Yeah.
Because he started like talking like Racing Randy, really fast cadence.
And then Mike and Trent's going, it wasn't me.
Because Mike, I've never been to your
I've
Walmart.
never been to your Walmart. It wasn't me, Mike. I swear to God. Trent, come on, Trent. Come on, Trent. I know you're lying. Like, this is all going over the air.
Yeah.
It's like the greatest thing. We're fucking dying. And it was great because like you didn't have to do any work.
No.
Like it just
It
was
wrote
there.
itself.
It was life just unfolding in front of you.
Just wait for Tommy to make jokes.
It was perfect. And I would prep my ass off so there would never be a dull moment. But if this was there, I could give a shit. I'll write for 4 or 5 hours a night, and if we don't use it, who cares?
Yeah, save it.
Right. So, but then we decide, okay, there's only one way to solve this. We have Mike come in the studio, we have Mike on, and then we're going to have Trent walk in. So we set this up for either later that week or later in the week.
Yep.
I don't remember. The next week. And Mike comes in, right? And he sit down and he's telling the whole story again about it. I know it's Trent. He's lying. No lie, Trent. Blah, 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 blah. And so then we have Trent walk in. And what did Mike do?
Oh, it's not Trent.
Yeah. Oh, it's not Trent. I was wrong. And so then
he turned bright red.
Of course, because Tommy's jumping. Oh, black people look the same.
Yeah, right.
Which, like, it was the greatest moment ever because, could you think that all dark-haired guys look alike? Yes, but we don't usually lump everybody in like that.
People would say that you and I look alike.
Oh, poor you.
Yeah, I get it.
I feel bad for you. That's
why I've been moisturizing.
And then it was his funeral. Was another one for me. Were you there?
I was at his wake the night before.
Okay.
I couldn't make it to the funeral.
I think. Maybe they didn't.
No, they did a funeral in a church or a memorial service.
A memorial service.
And
I
didn't
think
they ask people if they wanted to speak and nobody wanted to get up? So you went up. Doesn't that suck? Like his whole family's sitting there, like brothers and everything. But it goes back to that Jerry Seinfeld joke. Most people's biggest fear is public speaking. The second one is death. He goes, so if you go to a funeral, more people would rather be in the casket than giving the eulogy.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. I mean, that makes sense. But I was like, I didn't know what to do. So then you're getting up there and you're vamping, basically, right? Because great guy, did this, that, whatever. Then how about the time he like jumped in a truck and chased somebody down and he gave us all, I still have in the plastic. I've never taken it out of the plastic with the sleeve or the sith.
Yeah.
What do they put in? Is that what they call it?
The sheath.
The sheath. Thank you. Not the Sith. The sheath. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a Star Wars thing.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm not even a Star Wars guy. A machete.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great home protection. That was his words. Great home protection. Tommy. I didn't get one.
I still have it in the plastic. Well, that guy was priceless. That was great. I should go through and we should do a show one day, just highlighting some character from along the way. And if I can find the tapes and stuff, I would love to do it. It's just you know what it is? It becomes a time thing.
Yeah.
But I think we can make this happen. Like Toothless Eddie would be priceless.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing: the first 3 years of the break room, I'd never met Toothless Eddie. Then he shows up in like 2010, 2011, out of nowhere, and then he becomes like the fourth guy.
Yeah,
almost.
Well,
like
Mike the Dad
overnight. Yeah,
I used to have him on in my afternoon show a lot.
Yeah,
that's how I met him.
And then there was John, the prison consultant.
Oh yeah.
And the reason we called him the prison consultant was that he'd spent like 20 years.
He was in for murder.
Yeah, or something like along those lines.
Yeah. He wouldn't really say. But
he did hard time.
I think it was murder.
Right. So
but he got a degree while he was in there.
So he loved Howard Stern too, but then Howard went to Sirius. Like, I'm not buying Sirius.
Yeah.
So he would listen to us because he became a fan of us.
Yeah.
And he loved. He said he told me on the phone, he goes, "Hey, I'm about to go. I'm dying now, but tell Tommy to keep me laughing.
Yeah.
Till the day I die."
Yeah.
So I told Tommy, of
And
course,
then
would do that
I got the call
that night. Yeah.
For him and Mike.
But the reason we got to know him was because Plaxico Burress accidentally shot himself while he's
Yeah.
playing for the Giants.
Yeah.
And so he hired a prison consultant to help him. And then John calls up and goes, yeah, here's what he's going to have to go through. Bro, were you in prison? Oh, yeah, I was in prison for 20 years. So we got in this conversation. Then he started calling every day. So we just called him John the Break Room Prison Consultant.
Right.
Because who has a prison consultant?
I don't know.
And then he would tell us these. Then he came in and he's explaining about John Gotti, how he knew John Gotti in prison.
Yeah, I think he was a hitman.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to say. I don't know what.
I thought he just dealt drugs.
I went to his house and stuff. No, it was a little deeper than that.
Oh, okay.
I've been over to his house.
Well, we all did to go say goodbye to him because
Yeah.
we knew he was going down.
Yeah. He had liver cancer.
Yeah.
That was bad.
But he was a character too.
This is so funny. What a time. What a time. Like, I didn't appreciate it at the time because I was so like frustrated with management, right?
Mhm.
And I also walked away out of frustration and went to a place and decided I would play by the rules, and it wasn't working out. And thank God I got an interview in LA because that just made me more valuable.
Mhm.
And when I came back, they were trying to figure out what they were going to do, and they didn't know the behind the scenes stuff that was going on with the LA job. And I got it, but I couldn't take it for money wise. It just wasn't going to work out for LA at that time. I probably could have pushed for more, but there was, and it wasn't really a job for a guy with kids. It was a job for someone who was going to be, they wanted
the job.
Well, they wanted somebody with edge to balance out Ellen Kay, who was leaving. She used to be with Rick and then she was with Seacrest, and so they were moving her down the hall. And they wanted someone who had a little more edge because she would be so nice and had the perfect voice. And she had been the voice of the Grammys. She'd been the voice of the Oscars. And she and I got along wonderfully. Just a really, again, another real sweet woman. But it was just one of these things where I'm like, well, that, and they're like, well, we could go to this amount. And I'm like, it's fucking LA, dude. Where am I going?
Right.
Under a bridge? And I got 3 kids. And then they're like, yeah, but you do stand up and you could try out for a game show. And
you could deliver pizzas.
Well,
it was such a radio thing to say.
Well, it was, but I mean, you were right there, right? There was a studio lot right behind where they were. So I was just like, yeah, but you know how many people are going for that? Doesn't mean I'm going to get it. And I think their thing was like, well, we know people, right? We know people. Ryan's got his own production company. Yeah. We know people. So
you could be the next Pat Sajak.
Maybe I should have taken it and something would have popped, but there was no guarantee. Right. And I didn't want to do that with kids.
No.
It didn't seem like
that's a heck of a leap.
It didn't seem like a responsible thing. So then I stayed, and then it was me and DeTulio, and I was able to get some of that mojo of me.
Yeah,
I was my most authentic self, really, in the break room and with DeTulio, and I think that was those were good times. But that break room was unbelievable.
And then Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco, does these videos on Ustream. He starts talking to fans over Ustream. And you're like, what's Ustream? And then we built a Ustream channel.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we got this whole other subsection of people that never called, but would watch and built their own little community on it. It was hysterical.
It was unbelievable.
And that's where we got our archives that we now have, because after I left, they blew out all the archives after you left, they blew out. So I could never go back and put them on a thumb drive or whatever, or external hard drive. They blew all that stuff out.
Yeah.
And it's too bad, because we could go back there and create like an entire channel of just old.
There was some really
break room stuff,
really funny moments and heartfelt. I felt like some real intelligent things that went on that show.
Oh yeah. How about the transvestite woman who stopped a car with her axe after she ran people over? Outside a bar. And I went to her house to get her on the phone. And
how about when we had,
and she was like, yeah, sure.
How about, why did we do this? And I know it was a me thing.
All I did was I still have a voicemail of Mike the Dad from like 12 years ago.
No, I know. But not that. Not that. I'm about to explain to you what we did on the show. And I know it was a me thing, but I don't know how it came to be. We had an intern named JD. Okay.
So he's doing really well right now.
Yeah. And he was a bit of a goof. And we dressed him up as the Pope. Why did we do that? Was there a new pope?
Yes, Pope Francis had just been elected.
Right.
Pope Benedict had stepped down.
So we dress him up as a pope and we send him to different places, and he had to walk into like a 6:30 a.m. weekday mass.
Yes.
And he had Ramsey, who we called Ramsey the Pansy.
Yeah.
After this bit, he became Ramsey the Pansy.
Yeah.
Not during it. So before that was Ramsey. So Ramsey's on the phone giving a play-by-play as he walks into the church, and they're getting dirty looks. I think they were told to leave.
Yes.
So then eventually they end up in front of McQuaid High School.
Right.
And
when school is starting.
School is starting, so everybody's arriving, and he's out there dancing. And I think we had to make a sign, Father Knows Best.
Yes.
And so he's out there
Listen
dancing.
to the break room on CMF.
Okay, Father Knows Best, listen to the break room. That was what it was. And I know for some dumb reason this was my idea, because I think I went to Arlene's and got the costume, and did all this stuff. And then while we're on, we're getting a play-by-play, and Ramsey, there's some guy, some older gentleman.
Yes.
It fucking loses his shit. And he's yelling at them. And then he comes at him. And then Ramsey's like, didn't Ramsey say, all of a sudden you hear,
yeah, the guy grabs his phone.
Yeah.
Then we had another guy show up who's listening.
Yes.
Who came to Ramsey's rescue randomly. You can't take Ramsey's phone. You can't do that to Ramsey. So now, we got like callers getting involved.
Like, this was the most chaotic.
Didn't the county sheriff show up?
I don't know. I remember getting spoken to about putting people in dangerous situations, but I didn't know. And I would never tell management what my plan was, because they would cock block it constantly.
The answer was always no until further notice.
It was like, so I wasn't going to ask.
You want to do a comedy show? No.
Oh, God.
Then we did one.
I said no. They said
they wanted us to do a comedy show for free.
No, well, we did a comedy show without asking.
Yes.
And we made, I think we cleared, after paying everybody, there was probably like $1,500 or something. But it made money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I knew if that happened, they'd be interested. So then they came to us and said, I think you have to do it free. And normally I would say, working for free, as bad as that sounds, and as pissed off as people get, sometimes if you show it what you can do, it's like, the person that's going to give you the estimate, right? Mm-hmm. And then shows you in their portfolio all the things they can do in your house, right? Okay. That's working for free. They're not getting any money. They're coming out to your house. I get that. I'm going to show you what I'm capable of. Well, I had already done it, and I was like, I'm not showing you for free. And then we would have cleared more money had we done them, because you just build momentum with this shit. And they took over and capped us at a certain dollar amount. Yeah.
Yep.
It was annoying. I think it was $500 a show for me and Tommy. I think that's what it was.
I got like maybe $150. And I was playing guitar. I was performing too.
You always got shit on. All right. But the thing was like, and I had to push hard for that, because I'm like, no, I'll do it on my own, and we'll take $1,000 each. I don't need you to, you know what I mean? I don't need you to do that. That was always my frustration with the management. But I wouldn't explain these things. So when Ramsey's getting beat up and he drops the phone and he's screaming and you can hear the guy's, just the sound of it all was phenomenal on the radio. And I'm going, oh my God, this is great in my head. But I'm trying to be like, what happens to? And then, that's how he became Ramsey the Pansy, right? Because he got beat up by an old man, is what we said. And
we had Zach the intern, who tried to steal a
motorized car to drive it
from Tops to the Wegmans on East Avenue.
Yeah, and didn't it die or something?
Yeah, it died. It died like going uphill in that little viaduct, under the viaduct, where they always get floods. Yeah, when it rains, it got stuck, and the county sheriff had to
It was so dumb. Like, I just did dumb things, because look. Tommy was fantastic.
Always.
But Tommy wasn't going to do bits.
No, Tommy was not a bit person.
And I enjoyed doing things that weren't necessarily bits, but would be their own freestanding thing. Like, wouldn't it be great to block? It was like what I did my whole life. Hey, what if I go to the bathroom and I just leave my pants completely down at the urinal, so when people walk in, they see my ass? Right. Like, okay. Why would you do that? I don't know, because it would be funny. Why would you dress somebody up as the Pope and send them out in front of a well-known Jesuit high school? Because it would be funny. Right. And sure enough, it was. Like, it was just like, I could see it. And so those.
By the way, the show that took over after us tried doing something like that when the Ebola outbreak was going on.
Yeah.
And somebody got arrested. And they said no more bits.
Oh, what do they do? I don't even know.
Remember Timmy?
Yeah.
He held up a sign in Greece, I think at Ridgeway and 390
Uh-huh.
at the underpass at the turnabout. And he said, "Hungry and have Ebola, need help. Listen, call CMF or something like that." And so he got arrested. He had to go to court,
Ooh.
or at least he got ticketed or something. But yeah, so no more bits.
Well, I mean, look, bits are you can have. I think bits are sort of a thing of the past.
It's too bad.
If they're done well, like you can't.
You can't just do bits for the sake of bits.
I guess you could say these were hack bits, but I don't know. I didn't see a lot of people dressing up as the Pope when the Pope was there.
No,
it was just sort of funny. It wasn't ever done to really harm anybody. It was just a poke.
It was clean fun.
It was just poking fun at things.
Yeah,
and then the characters on.
Gosh,
the show.
I got shot with paintballs by Western New York's leading meteorologist now. Yeah. I got hoisted up in a crane. My blood pressure went up to like 180.
Yeah, that was bad. All right, Danny, let's get out of here. Take me down memory lane. That was nice. Wait. Let's play that Mike the Dad. I mean, we can't talk about Mike the Dad without having people hear a voicemail from Mike the Dad.
Just a great dude. Let me pull this up.
And Race and Randy was another character.
Oh gosh, Race and Randy was the original character.
Race and Randy has been trying to call me.
He was patient
text
zero.
me. I have to call him. I'll have to do that tonight. Go ahead. Let's hear this Mike the Dad voicemail.
Doggone it. It's supposed to be on speaker. I don't know why it's not. Why is it not on speaker?
I don't know. It's your phone.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
All right, old man. Let's see what you got.
Hey, Mike. Give me a call, buddy. 305-6987. 305-6987. Thanks, man.
Oh, wow.
That number, by the way, is no longer in service.
Well, it might be now. Give it a call and see who you get. Hey, this used to be Mike the Dad's phone. Well, he would call him and give tips on being a dad.
Yeah.
That's what he would do. That's how
Then he would watch his Neighborhood with the machete that night. He'd sit in his truck and watch the Neighborhood.
The whole thing was so crazy.
He was also a great stock investor, too.
Oh, really?
Remember, he used to get, he I made enough money to retire. I just do the work because it keeps me busy.
Oh.
He never retired.
Yeah.
He worked until he went to the hospital. But he was like a financial whiz, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, remember he used to he offered like the county sheriffs like a huge check. You and DeTulio were broadcasting on St. Patrick's Day. Or no. You were with The Drive. Yeah. You were broadcasting on St. Patrick's Day. He went down. I think he offered O'Flynn like $10,000 or something to help the police.
I thought he died while we were together.
No, he died after.
Oh.
I was doing sports radio at that point.
Yeah. All right, for Dan Barillo, for Mike the Dad, for the unspoken rules we should all know, I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you next time.
Down in the north we was up to, they wouldn't let us in, and now we landed in Memphis like a original sin. Elvis Presley Boulevard.